Now for the track guide. Before starting, as always, if you want to improve at a quicker pace, GitGUDRacing.com. I also launched a new GT Academy, which is a subscription-based model where I'm going to make group coaching sessions week in, week out. So if you're interested into that, check out the Academy. It's the coolest thing I've launched until now. But anyways, getting back into the track guide, as I said, this will be very, very challenging. Turn 1, you're going to be looking at the 5 and 4 boards. After the 5, almost in the middle of 5 and 4, you're going to be applying the brakes. You want to keep your left tires here on the curb, slightly on the curb, but you don't want to use that much. This curb can make the tire go up and down and you won't be as efficient under braking. So here, because we're braking with our car's top speed, we won't utilize that as much. In a medium speed corner, high speed corner, we can use them, sure, but when you're decelerating that quickly, we need to keep the tire on the tarmac. Now, what you want to do here is to really exploit the curbs, and that's the theme of the track. You will see that if you're focusing on exploiting the curbs, you're going to be finding seconds of lap times. So going here into this apex in second gear, what you want to look is actually yellow sausage curb and the grass. You don't want to look at the beginning of the curb here, so you want to put your vision more towards the most inside part of the curb, because we're going to cut it like this in second gear, still holding the brakes, still holding the brakes. When the rear tires are touching the curb and the car is landing with the fronts, that's when you want to press the throttle. It's going to stabilize the rear end and also is going to give you a good exit. Now the exit here is, it's more like you're thinking about the positioning of the car, not the speed, because we want to have the car at this white line, and when we reach the white line, that's our turning point. So we're going to be turning first, adding a little bit of brakes, like 7% on the brakes. And once again, it's the same theme. You're looking not at the red and white curb, you're looking at the green part, because we're cutting it completely just like that while maintaining the throttle. So ideally, the car should be in the center of the track. And then when, once again, the car lands, we're going to turn in the corner, cut a lot the third apex, just like that. And make sure the car tracks wider with the right tire still on the white line. So you can exploit this space around here. Super difficult section, but if you focus on cutting the curves and positioning for the next corner, then you will have a pretty good time already. Now for this corner right here, number 2 will be your reference to braking. You want to brake at number 2, you want to brake in a straight line. You can use this curb to brake on it, that's fine. But then when you're turning into the corner, it's the same story over and over again. Cut a lot this curb so you can go over this grass, but stay in first gear, because here you really need the first gear to give you that rotation. Press the throttle, and when you bring the car a little bit more towards the left, that's when you're going to turn and brake again. So your braking point is just slightly after you turn the car more towards the left. You're going to brake, turn with like 5% braking in first gear. Once again, cut a lot. Make sure the car gets with the right tires on the white line. Now we're going to stay straight, and reference for braking for rear is going to be tough. So it's going to be done most on field when you feel like you're in the middle of this curve that you're currently at, where you're getting closer to the apex on the right side. That's going to be braking and turning in second gear. You need to keep a very tight line towards these two apexes. Basically, it's a single corner, but treated like a double apex, just like this. Still on the brakes, and the moment that we arrive at our second apex in second gear, that's when we smash the throttle. Once again, make sure you use all this part of the track with the right tires on the white line, bringing the car as quickly as we can towards the right, because the next corner it's very soon here. So your reference for braking will be kind of the middle of this curve. When you're feeling like you have the car almost in the middle of the length, that's when you're going to be applying the brakes. But notice how much you can exploit the track. Once again, left tires on the track, right tires can be on the green. You're going to be braking in third gear. Don't brake very hard, so soft braking. Also in the previous corners, you notice that we are using the brakes more to turn the car, not to overslow it or to micro lock up the front tires. Still trailing, getting over this curve. See how much we're cutting it, and this will be a theme in this section. We almost need to make these corners into shorter straights. So we're taking a straight line here, diagonally, pressing the throttle. We want the car to arrive all the way here on this curve, because right now we're going to be tackling like this. So we will have the red and white curb in the center of the car, almost taking the curb in the middle of the car, and now our vision is towards the next curb, because we want to do exactly that. Imagine that you're drawing a straight line in front of you. So you're going to position the car a little bit more towards the right, then you're going to turn, immediately drop the throttle and take the curb in the middle of the car, then press the throttle back. And now we're going to do it one more time. So we arrive to this curb. The moment that we arrive at the curb, that's the moment for braking. So your reference for braking is basically either this tarmac on the left when it begins, or the moment that you bring the car towards the left side. You're going to be braking and turning very, very soft on the brakes. You see 10% on the brakes. And when you arrive at the curb, you're going to be pressing the throttle. You're going to be using all the track like this so you can take the next curb in the middle of the car. And then we're going to be using all the track here with the left tires on the white line. So as you're noticing, we're basically trying to go and find the shortest path possible towards this corner. This means we need to cut the curbs, almost having the curb in that middle part of the car. That's what happens in the previous two corners. Now, for the next one, it's going to be a bit different. First of all, we need to get close to the wall right here. Beginning of the curb is the moment that we start braking. Brake in a straight line, steering wheel completely straight, so we maximize the efficiency of the brakes. And then you're going to be turning in second gear, cutting the yellow sausage curb just like that, and pressing the throttle when you're at the yellow sausage curb. You shouldn't be focusing on having the car in the center part of the track. No, push all the way here so the left tires lean on this curb just like this. And when you're landing, make sure that you're bringing the car as quickly as you can. So steer sharply towards the right side, because the reference for braking and turning for the next corner is the moment that you bring the car to this white line. When you're very close to the white line, you're going to be braking, downshifting instantly in second gear, now in first, because we need first gear for this last section, and you need a late apex here. So don't turn early, turn late, and use a lot of steering. Look how much steering we're using. You're going to be struggling in this part of the track, not because of the trail brake, not because of the gear, but because you're not using the steering enough. So what I want you to try is to actually crank out a lot of steering wheel angle at a minimum speed in the corner, so you have the front end ready to bite, because look how much we're using. A lot. And pushing the throttle. When you're pushing the throttle, you have to unwind quickly, you see, because otherwise the rear will start to slide. So what I would recommend first is start with a lot of steering, go slower on the throttle, but when you get more comfortable with steering quickly, then you can go quicker on the throttle as well, so you can gain more on the exits. This is the same thing. Middle of the car, take the curb, go to second gear because the speed gets higher, cut completely this curb with the right tire still being on the curb, completely near the wall, and then you're going to be braking basically whenever the car is pointing straight, because you're turning a little bit before this point. When the car is pointing straight, you're going to be braking, because you know you can be more efficient with the braking when you're holding the steering wheel straight. Don't brake too hard though. Once again, 30%, and then trailing, looking at the yellow anti-curb, pushing the throttle when the car is at the yellow anti-curb, and then keeping it flat. You don't want to track out wider towards this Mexico City blue banner. You want to keep a tight line so you don't scrap speed. Hit the curb with the right tires, and in short, that's the lap. So I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. If you want to improve at a quicker pace, check out the academy, check out the courses, and also check out Go Setups, because this lap was done with the fixed setup. But if you want to go even quicker, we have a 10% discount code for Go Setups. That's it. Good luck, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.